What's up guys, Josh here. Today I just wanted to do a quick video explaining why Yu-Gi-Oh meant so much to me when I was a kid. I did this video about Bionicle and Pokemon, but today we'll do Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh for me made me feel like the Pharaoh. And it's kind of an interesting idea being the Pharaoh. It's this idea that who we are when we were kids is somehow tied to a bigger picture. That's how I always viewed the show. That weak version of us when we're kids, that's actually closer to something of great wisdom. And it's a really trippy idea to think about, because normally it's like, oh, you get older, and then that's when you get the most wise. But I always felt like that show chose a kid to unlock these ancient secrets, to show something about just how smart and just how important the childlike brain is. I've always been into ancient Egypt stuff after getting into it due to Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's been awesome. I feel like ancient Egypt is a really interesting, fascinating subject because they are kind of king of that whole idea of sometimes we have to look towards the past to understand just how amazing life is and how some pretty crazy things are quite possible in life. Like even to this day, there's stuff about Egypt we don't understand. But I always liked Yu-Gi-Oh! I always thought the Millennium items were cool, and I just remember feeling this really amazing, like spine-tingling feeling when I would watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I could relate to it. Because, call me weird, I feel like a big kid my whole life. I have like this childlike side to myself that a lot of people don't understand. And I always felt like I could use that childlike self to expand my spirit if I needed to deal with a situation that required it, if you know what I mean by that. My hair is messy right after the shower. It gets very curly. I have like a naturally curly hair, but when I straighten it, it definitely does get straight. But sometimes I just don't feel like putting heat in it, you know? Be beautiful both ways, right? That's what I think. But yeah, if you're looking to get into Yu-Gi-Oh, there's a few different routes. Definitely the original is really worth it, but for some reason I've always really liked Yu-Gi-Oh GX. That's probably just because, honestly, Yu-Gi-Oh GX was Yu-Gi-Oh GX is where Cyber Dragon was, who's actually one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh monsters of all time, and Cyber End Dragon, of course. I don't know why I always thought their designs were so cool and so magical. Like, what, 2006, 2007, something like that? Or 05, around there? It was definitely after I first got into Yu-Gi-Oh, but like definitely like a new age, interesting spin on things. Yeah, even to this day, just looking at those old Yu-Gi-Oh cards like Hyozan Ryu, look up that one, that dragon made of crystals, and yeah, Cyber Dragon, Red Eyes Black and Red Eyes Darkness, Metal Dragon, and all those guys, and Urabi, that dragon, and just all the old school ones. Man, never was good at playing the game, but I would just pretend to duel with myself or duel people in the show. I didn't really play with friends. Yu-Gi-Oh related things. The gods were super cool. The Winged Dragon of Ra. Yeah, there's just so much to love about that series. And in the comment section down below, let me know what were some of your favorite monsters and why Yu-Gi-Oh meant a lot to you. I always felt like Yu-Gi-Oh was on more on the weekend for me. I would watch it versus the weekday. The Kids WB, I think, is where it was on. But honestly, I experienced a lot more Yu-Gi-Oh just going to Target and Toys R Us to get Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, I remember getting the, what is it, the Dragon's Roar, Dragon's Rage or something, one back in like 05 or something. And that was at a Toys R Us or Walmart or something. But yeah, I love collecting those structure decks. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh has like an interesting side to it because I feel like Pokemon, they really make an effort to make all the creatures come to life. But in Yu-Gi-Oh, there's just like so many monsters, and they don't all have as much personality. So it was kind of up to us to kind of give it that personality, or at least me when I was a kid. I remember I went as like the undead pharaoh for 2nd grade. That was one of my favorite costumes ever. New Jutsu hand sign I was working on, by the way. Kind of looks cool, but yeah. So I'm going to continue these awesome series where I just tell you why stuff matters to me. And as always, I'm not explaining it logically. I'm honestly more so explaining the spiritual side of it, like the emotions behind why things are really important to me that I'm into these days, and all the Y2K stuff. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and appreciating my channel. If there's anything else you'd like me to cover, I can. This series is just me explaining why I really like something. So I could talk about G-Shocks, I could talk about Japanese culture, or pearls, or Toonami, Dragon Ball Z. That's another one I have to do why Dragon Ball Z means so much to me. Yeah, maybe just 2003 in general, what that meant to me. So much to choose from. I think I'm going to play Pokemon Ruby in a second. If you didn't check it already, please watch my Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku 2 series. It didn't get a lot of views, but I think because people don't know about it yet, but you can watch the short version where I'm just doing some voices for some Dragon Ball Z characters, and that's pretty fun. I've always loved to do voices for Dragon Ball Z characters, especially Vegeta and Frieza. I actually feel like today, I feel like right now, I am Frieza. Have a great day, you guys. God bless you.